Guys, my name is LaVaca's with LaVaca BBQ. We're located in Port Lavaka in Victoria, Texas. Thank you for stopping in and visiting us. If you're here, it's because you love barbecue, and if you're here, that means your family. So our family invites your family to come over and try some of our food. So let me show you our dumpster cooker. We'll work our way over here. So this is a repurposed cooker. We found a dumpster for about $400, $450 or so in Houston. We brought it in, so we cut it down, and this cooker has 1-inch tube frame welded to the outside of it. And then it's got insulation, and it's got this metal. So very little charcoal inside. We're already at hot temperature, but everything's double walled, everything's insulated, really efficient. The reason for it is we didn't want to have a burn barrel and waste a lot of wood. So the doors, you'll see that the doors open up to the sides to be a little bit different. And that would be your thought at first, but the beauty of it is, since this is 4 foot deep, we're able to work it from both sides instead of from the side. So this opens up just like this. It's got its counterweights held open. So right now we're finishing our pork steaks. And then real easy to close, so you can see from that side, you can work both sides. Then the other thing with this cooker is that if I open up this side, like this, and I lift this up, we can take out this divider wall here, close this back down, or first put it like a whole hog, and then when you want to turn it, you just have to lift this, and then, but right now we cook it with an insulated divider wall, so you can cook 2 different temperatures to control everything. So with a little bit of money, a dumpster, a little bit of insulation, some leftover materials. So let me show you what we got for fire. Let's see. So that's a little bit of coals it's running. So trying to make it as Texas barbecue as possible. This is almost like what some of the old barbecue places Snow's has, with the flat top, square, not a hump top. It's made more for chickens, pork steaks, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So let me show you the other one. Now, you can't have an old cooker without having an old homemade hose. So this is just an old piece of rusty piece of plate, and that's what we use to do our coals.
Yes, ma'am. What you need?
So over here, Kelly's doing our tamales. We're smoking our tamales. So this cooker here is carbon steel in the inside, which is a metal pipe. It's got insulation, and then it's stainless on the outside. Reason being is we wanted that same theory where it saves you energy, yet you get a lot of smoke and flavor. So with this guy, the other thing too is when you do stainless steel straight, stainless steel will start changing colors. It'll turn ugly brown and different colors. It'll start turning blue. So what we're doing here is that, if you see, this has been years already, and it hadn't changed. So we've got back here, so all of this is like an old hot rod. We drilled all of these out. This is all drilled out and put in. These are like flames, CNC cut with the backing to make it, again, looks like an old hot rod. And then from the back, it's almost like some of the others use on their fireboxes, but just a couple of little pieces of wood right now. So that's our firebox part of it. Right here we have a end cap for a piece of equipment I bought at a salvage, but this is all stainless. And what we do here, we do some fajitas when we come. We can throw some coals there. We use this as fajitas, so we put a plancha and make some tortillas. So as you come through here, this is an old sink that came from a lab. So we took this sink and repurposed it. This valve's probably by itself, probably a $400 or $500 valve. I think it was used for like nitrogen or something, but we use it for water where they put their hose, but it goes right down into the sink. Then we have a little storage box on the side. And then I'll move these tamales that she's getting ready to do over here right quick, and I'll show you the inside. So this is our wood storage. So this, we had another festival we did for Troubadour and A&M, and it was full of wood. So we cooked a whole day and a half, and this is the only wood we used. So we came this time, and this is the only wood. So we only used about just a little bit of it. So this is good for days and days so far with this. And again, the theme of like a hot rod, we wanted this angled back to where it was almost like a 30-something hot rod. Cool pits. So the reason we started with the CP for cool pits originally, two things. One is when we used to do competitions, it was cool. Like we call it a cool pit. And the other thing, you go to touch it and it's cool. So it was a double. So that was our team name back then. So we just left it and we put it on the trailer and played our LaVaca. So it's really handy for festivals for this kind of stuff. And we enjoy showing our brand and bringing it out.
What's the origin of the pipe?
So the pipe is, I worked for a chemical plant, and one of the vendors that came in, I asked him, he builds those big towers that are in the plants of chemicals. And they rolled that for me and cut all the pieces, and then we welded it up. So it saved me a lot of money, and we were able to source everything from one location. But all the drilling, all the cutting, all that kind of stuff, you know, we got all that, we did that ourselves.
So Mr. Lupe, how long have you been involved with barbecue?
We've been involved in barbecue, gosh, probably, we used to do the small cook-offs and then a little bit bigger cook-offs. And the thing about the cook-offs when we were doing them, we weren't the best. I always tell people, we weren't the best. I mean, we didn't go to, you know, to go drink and that kind of stuff. Some people go to party. Some people go and they're dedicated. I'm going to win. I want to be the best. I want to be the best. For us, it was like a car show. We wanted to see who's got a cool pit. I want to get an idea from that pit. So for us, to go to the cook-off was to go to a car show. We want to take our pit so people could see it. And that evolved into the restaurant, believe it or not. So when 2017, I think, when the magazine came out with Texas Monthly, they had 1,000-gallon smokers. And I thought, man, I'd like to build one of those, but how do you build one if you don't have a restaurant? So roundabout way, we ended up we built our own 1,000 gallons, and now we use them in the restaurants.
And it's a family business, right?
It's a family business. 3 of us, yes. Yeah, it's myself and my Kelly is our pitmaster, and Christine runs the other location.
Where's the restaurant at?
We have 2 restaurants. The original one is in Port Lavaka, and then the second one is in Victoria. So right now, Kelly does all the cooking in Port Lavaka, and we transfer the food 25 minutes over. And we just finished her pit room. I got a 1,000-gallon smoker in there. So hopefully here in the next little bit, we'll move her to the bigger pit room and give her more room.
Best-selling item in your store, in your restaurant?
Best-selling item is going to be brisket. Right, Kelly, you would say?
Mm-hmm. Kelly, how are you?
Hi.
Anything you want to say to barbecue lovers?
Please come eat our food. Please come try it.
Anybody who's new to barbecue, what would you suggest when first time they come to your restaurant?
Just maybe try a slice of everything. You don't have to buy a whole platter or anything like that. Just a little bit at a time until you figure out what you like.
Orange, which we don't have sour oranges in Texas, but we do orange juice. I'll hold it for you so don't fly off. Orange juice and lime.
Okay. Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, you have to cut it. Let me hold your bottle for you while you cut it. There you go.
Thank you. All right.
So I know everybody's got a Texas tradition, but this is a little bit different spin on it. The pico and the acidity of the onions gives it a little bit different flavor.
Yeah, it's like the first thing you taste is the seasoning on the pork steak, and then
the seasoning of the pork steak,
crunch and the sweetness of the onion.
Yeah, the vinegary, the achote on it gives you an earthy flavor by itself. I wouldn't want to eat it by itself, but when you get it in with that juice of the naranja and you bring in the pico and you bring the vinegar from the onions, it ties in all together for a whole different flavor.
Well, this is the first bite I ate today.
Well,
and last year the first bite I ate was one of your chicken verde tamales.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So I wanted to catch you before because I mean this is something
Okay.
we've got it at both restaurants. This is on the menu every day.
Okay.